The next pronoun case we are going to take a look at is the objective case. So this is the sort of other side of the nominative slash subjective case. Okay, so this is the other case that pronouns can be. And this magical sentence is llamas like blank. Okay, so the pronouns that fit into that blank for this one are me, you, him, her, them, us, and whom. Okay, so now you have your list for objective case, and in the nominative and subjective case video, you have your list for those. But just note that these all fit in to the sentence. Llamas like me, llamas like you, llamas like him, her, them, us, and whom. All right, so that is going to be your key sentence for this one in terms of telling the difference between pronouns that are in the nominative case and pronouns that are in the objective case. So basically, just like what we did with the nominative and subjective case, we are going to figure out what noun functions these pronouns in the sentences are. So with nominative and subjective case, we learned that if the pronouns were subjects, predicate nominatives, or in a positive renaming those, they were going to be in the nominative case. Well, this one's a little easier to remember because it's basically any noun function that has the word object in it. So direct objects, indirect objects, objects of the preposition, or appositives renaming any of those. D-O-I-O-O-P. All right, so that's all you need to know. Direct object, indirect object, object of the preposition. So by now we should be really good at our noun functions. So let's try this out. Okay, so our first sentence. I saved he or him from becoming my evil nemesis. All right, so our verb here is saved. We always want to find our verb first, and it's an action verb. Okay, so let's figure out what noun function this is right here. I saved what? I saved he or him. So this is a direct object. Now, direct objects are in objective case. So which one is objective? Llamas like he or llamas like him? Llamas like him. All right, next sentence. Their favorite astronaut showed they or them. Oh, I think I forgot the rest of the sentence. I was probably going to put their favorite astronaut showed them a moon rock or something. My apologies. We can still do it with this sentence, though. Their favorite astronaut showed, that's our verb. Again, it's an action verb. Okay, and I'm going to write the rest of that sentence in because I can't believe I forgot it. A moon rock. Let's just pretend that was already in there. Okay, so showed is our action verb, and their favorite astronaut showed what? Well, it showed a rock, right? A moon rock, direct object, to they or them. So here, this is our indirect object. So indirect object means objective case. Is it llamas like them or llamas like they? It's llamas like them. So their favorite astronaut showed them a moon rock. All right, now I'm going to move this paper up a little bit. The robot gave the frog to Joe and I, or to Joe and me. What's our verb? Gave, action verb. The robot gave the frog to Joe and me. Well, we know frog is our direct object. Gave what? Gave the frog to Joe and I, or Joe and me. Well, I see a preposition right here. So this is going to be the object of the preposition. Now, which one does object of the preposition? Is it llamas like I or llamas like me? Well, it's objective case, llamas like me. So the robot gave the frog to Joe and me. Let's do some more practice sentences. Hopefully I remembered to write the whole sentences on these. Okay. I gave the group, let me make that a little more neat. I gave the group, Jim, Jane, and she or her, a big hug. Gave is our verb, action verb. Now, this is what we're trying to figure out, and it looks like we have an appositive here. I gave the group, Jim, Jane, and she or her, a big hug. So this is our appositive. Now we need to figure out what it's renaming. Now I believe it's renaming group, right? I gave the group, Jim, Jane, and she/her, a big hug. So what is group? I gave what? I gave the group, oh, I'm sorry. I almost got confused about indirect object and direct object. See, it can even happen to me. I gave what? I gave a hug. That would be our direct object. To whom? To what? To the group. Indirect object. So this appositive is renaming our indirect object, which means it's objective case. Which one of these is objective? Llamas like she or llamas like her? Her. I gave the group, Jim, Jane, and her, a big hug. Now we're going to look at our who and whom. Whom or who did she kiss? Now, with questions like this, you want to maybe reword them into sentences that are not questions. She did kiss who or whom? Okay, so we reworded it into a sentence that's easier for us to track in terms of noun function. Did kiss is our verb. She did kiss what? She did kiss whoever this person is, which makes it direct object. And which one is our objective case? Llamas like who? Llamas like whom? This one is our objective case. So she did kiss whom? Whom did she kiss? Now we have elliptical clauses for our objective case too. I explained elliptical clauses in the nominative and subjective case video. So here we have one for objective case. The roller coaster scared them more than us. Have our verb here. Okay, and we're missing some words here. Let's figure out where our missing words are. The roller coaster scared them more than it scared us. Okay, so let's look at that clause. We're only going to look at that. More than it scared us. Well, in that little clause, this is our verb, scared. It scared what? It scared we or us. So in this little clause, this is a direct object. So we want objective case, llamas like we or llamas like us. Llamas like us. And that is how you tell objective case with your pronouns.